Yes, what's going on, guys? International break is over, and now we need to talk about Arsenal. It's about to start ramping up. We're going to be hearing more and more news about Arsenal's team lineup, players, injuries, updates, everything. But today, we got some major news about Saka, Saliba, and some other things. But before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. And let's get this show started the right way, as always. You guys already know what it is. Egal talks football. First things first, Saka. Reportedly, Saka is going to be signing a new deal. And you guys already know this. You guys have already heard about this. You guys have heard numerous occasions about Arsenal and what we're potentially going to be doing this upcoming summer and everything about all the players that we're going to be giving new deals. So Saka and Saliba are the two remaining players to get new deals. Let's talk about it. So I seen this floating about. Here it is. Arsenal are in advanced talks in extending Bukayo Saka's contract, who's out of contract in 2026-2027 season. Obviously, we need to do whatever we can to make sure we get Bukayo Saka and Saliba to sign new deals before they end up leaving or something ends up happening where their heads are turned by somebody else. And at this moment in time, with Arsenal looking in the direction that we're looking in, with all the players we brought in and how good we've been over the last couple of years, all we're missing is just getting over the line to win that league title. But Bukayo Saka and William Saliba are crucial to that. And I don't think there's going to be any doubt in my mind that Bukayo Saka will extend the contract. Now, team talks is speaking about the fact that it is advancing. I've heard the opposite. I've heard it's not that it's advancing, that it's actually done, but they've just been waiting to announce it or something like that. We'll wait and see when we hear more information on this. But Bukayo Saka extending his contract, in my opinion, is not something that we should be worried about at all. I think Bukayo Saka is the guy that I'm least worried about. I'm more worried about the likes of William Saliba and Real Madrid sniffing about. But yeah, as of 2 hours ago, everybody and their mother is running with the story that Arsenal are now in advanced talks with Bukayo Saka over a new contract. Shout out to Bukayo Saka, star boy, Arsenal's own, came through the academy. There's no way, in my opinion, that he goes anywhere. He was destined to stay, and I just hope that he can get over his injury woes that he's had over the last year and a half, where he's been in and out of injuries situations. But yeah, the conversation is that Arsenal are pretty close and striking a deal with Bukayo Saka over a new contract, which is eventually going to end in 2026-2027 season. So we need to make sure we're ready for that moment. As for Saliba is the next one that we need to speak about that is going to look to extend his contract. The situation with Saliba is very interesting. Arsenal have offered Saliba a new deal. Yeah, Arsenal have offered Saliba a new deal. Arsenal have offered Saliba some of the highest wages at the club. Arsenal have offered him a 5-year deal. And we already seen the AFTV interview where he spoke about potentially getting his deal extended or potentially signing a new deal, if God willing. Now, Arsenal have no intentions of selling William Saliba to Real Madrid. Let's be 100% real. He is not for sale. Arsenal have no desire to sell him. They said this back in July. They're not looking to sell William Saliba at all. And William Saliba has received a sustainable, a very, very big offer. A very big offer from Arsenal, a 5-year deal. And this is it right here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Arsenal have offered William Saliba a 5-year contract extension, as reported by Foot Murat. Saliba is greatly valued by manager Mikel Arteta and the club executives. Talks are reportedly undergoing between all parties. So there you have it. Everyone's speaking about it, and William Saliba of course, being offered a 5-year contract. No agreement, but discussions continue between the Gunners and the Frenchman. Um, Everywhere you go, you hear reports about Real Madrid lining up Konate and William Saliba. However, they see Saliba's contract does not expire until 2027, so the chances of them getting Saliba now is unlikely. So Real Madrid are looking at trying to get Konate, and this whole conversation about Saliba to Real Madrid has been a conversation that's been ongoing for a while now. But Arsenal are opening talks with Saliba over a new deal as Real Madrid still circle around the defenseman, the French defender. I don't have any doubt in my mind that we will be able to get William Saliba signed up to a new deal. And everyone is being reporting it today that Arsenal have offered uh, a renewal offer to William Saliba of 5 years. Talks are still ongoing, but I don't have any doubt in my mind that this hopefully will get done, as we are no longer this team that sells our best players. So this is great news, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, within the last 2 hours, we have heard not only about William Saliba, but we've also heard about Bukayo Saka. So Bukayo Saka's contract talks are advancing, and William Saliba has been offered a 5-year deal. Great news. Great news. Great way to start my Thursday. I'm very happy to hear that. Let me give you guys even better news. Some even better news is some of our players are coming back from injury. You got Christian Norgard back in full training for Arsenal after being sidelined since the start of the Premier League season, and he's expected to be with the squad this weekend. Great news with that. Of course, we have Victor Gyökeres coming back from Sweden, perfectly fine. Eberechi Eze coming back from international duty, perfectly fine. Odegaard with the short hair coming back. Uh, Nani Madueke coming back from international break, getting a goal for England. You have what else is there? You have Gabriel Magalhaes coming back from Brazil, looking all good. And then wait. Let me finish this off before we move on to the other stuff. And then here it is. Here's the one that makes them all even better. Ben White. Ben White is back fully training with Arsenal after recovering from his injury. Great news, ladies and gentlemen. Great news. When I say this international break has been a blessing in disguise for Arsenal, with all the injuries that we have, we've gotten some of our guys back. Thank God we have not suffered any further injuries during this international break. And we even got some good news on the likes of William Saliba and Saka. And as for William Saliba's injury, look at this. Reports from Charles Watts that the Frenchman being out potentially 3 to 4 weeks. That's not something that I've confirmed to me yet. Not sure if that time frame is correct. So William Saliba could be even back even sooner, being reported by Charles Watts that he's not sure that this time frame of 3 to 4 weeks is accurate at all. So not only are none of our players getting injured during this international break, first time in 12 years where Arsenal have not had any injuries coming out of an international break, but wow, very, very good news if I don't say so myself. Before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. We have to talk about some other stuff also. Did you guys know that Arsenal were seriously looking at Arda Güler? Arda Güler almost became an Arsenal player. Arsenal are considering the possibility of signing Arda Güler last October, November, in case Ancelotti stayed at Real Madrid, opened the doors for an exit. Similar situation to Martin Odegaard. This was before Andre Alberto got appointed. After there was no chance, said, what do you call it, Fabrizio Romano. This is very interesting. But yeah, of course, we were constantly getting linked to him. I'm not even surprised that we were heavily linked to Arda Güler. Also, Martinelli is aware of all the criticism that he gets online, and he just wants to focus and continue to improve. Let's wait and see what happens with Martinelli. And we'll talk about Martinelli in a second. But before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that like button and subscribe button. Of course, Arsenal's new coach has been working with Miles Muskeri to improve his crossing and his overall decision making in the attacking situations. Shout out to him. Hopefully, we can see more improvement from some of these players through the coaches that we currently have. And Mikel Arteta's coaches have been refreshed, but it looks like Gabriel Heinz is going to bring a lot to the table for Arsenal. Um, Next, we're going to talk about some potential sales and some potential outgoings, as we're hearing that Martinelli could be attracting interest from clubs in the Saudi Pro League, and as his future in North London remains uncertain. So, could we end up selling Martinelli in the January window or at the end of the season to a Saudi Pro League club? It makes a lot of sense. If he does get into the World Cup squad, he will definitely be able to garner some sort of return from the Saudi Pro League or anywhere else across Europe. Of course, Bayern Munich were actually interested in buying him this past summer, but they were only interested in purchasing him for around 30 to 30 to 40 mil apparently, and Arsenal value him way more than that. If I can show you guys the actual article, here it is. This is it right here. Bayern did speak with Gabriel Martinelli, and it was a positive conversation. He's very happy at Arsenal. The club showed no interest in accepting anything close to the 30 to 35 million euros that Bayern Munich wanted for Martinelli. Now, there is also more news about potential sales at Arsenal, and that is the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Leandro Trossard in the January window. Listen to this. Oh, wow. Yeah, so Gabriel Jesus and Leandro Trossard in the January transfer window. Sorry, Arsenal are considering the sale of Gabriel Jesus and Leandro Trossard in the January transfer window. Very, very interesting, if I say so myself. This could be a situation where we could make some money in the January transfer window, and these two players are two players that we could move on and potentially bring in some quality, some young up and coming quality for the left wing or another backup striker. We'll have to wait and see, but at this moment in time, this is promising signs for outgoing sales in January, as we have gotten rid of 12 players and only made a 9 mil. It is very embarrassing that we've gotten rid of 12 players and we've somehow only made 9 million out of a potential. This could have been so much. We could have done so much more. We could have done so much more with our player sales. We only made £8.9 million from 12 players leaving the club. Now, a big portion of those left on loans or contracts were running out, but we only really made decent amount of money off of some of these guys. But don't forget, there is loans with the obligation to buy for the likes of Kivior, which is going to make us a good return. But yeah, for now, I'll leave you guys there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. You already know what it is. Egal Talks Football. And as for any news or anything Arsenal related, I'll keep you guys posted. And I might need to even clip up some of my videos because I've recently done a bunch of bangers with the likes of Northside, Dan Potts, Wolfie, and much more. But yeah, keep you guys posted. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you feel like you've been informed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Love for the love, people. Just 1 second before we go any further, let me just check if there's any more stuff that I might have missed, anything that I might have missed that I should have mentioned. Is there anything else that I might have should have mentioned? I feel like there's something that I'm missing. Oh, nah, nothing really. Nothing really. That's pretty much it. We've already talked about everything else. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Catch you guys in the next video. Love for the love. Peace.